We all know recently Driving Empire has just had its 5th birthday. It was around 2 weeks ago now, or a week and a... Anyway, they've had their 5th birthday, and the game has come a long way since, obviously, the first release. But we're going to travel back, and I've actually found a game from basically close to 5 years ago, one of the first versions of the game. So we're going to go ahead and join that and see how far the game has come from all of this to where it literally first started. And here we are. It's a very different game. As you can see at the top here, it's kind of got the same thing with server, someone's joined the game, but the game looks very, very, very different to what it does now. This is one of the first releases of WAYFORT, obviously old Driving Empire, or actually before Driving Empire was even named Driving Empire. If we go ahead and go into the dealership here, you can see we've got Porsche, we've got McLaren, we've got Lamborghini, we've got the Urus that's kind of broken. But if we go ahead and go to the dealership, we've got all of these cars here. Now, obviously, a lot of these cars are no longer in Driving Empire. Like Lamborghini, this is no longer in Driving Empire, obviously, and a lot of other games, really. Now, with this game, a lot of the models, as you can see, are kind of broken. I can't really do anything about that, sadly. That's not broken, though. But some of these are broken, and it's just like the game being so old. It still works. Anyway, so we've got all these brands here. We've got Prancer, which is Porsche. Actually, do we even have this Porsche game? I think we have the fake version. But some of these names are still kind of similar, but not really. So like Ziblingalo, that is still Mercedes until Mercedes gets licensed in the future, possibly. But if we go here, they still have Mercedes here, and they've still got like Bugatti. We need 2 Bugattis. So a lot of these cars are still actually decent, honestly. Like, I don't know what term it is. A lot of these cars in the main game have been removed, and some of these have actually been licensed, obviously, in the main game. Like Panther, like, I don't even know what it was, Termit or whatever. Like, they have been licensed. And seeing as this is an old game, I don't think these cars can actually get removed. Why is that model actually better than some like CDT interiors? Go ahead and check out the map now. If you look here, this is really like old UI. I remember playing like this with this like UI. We've got like jobs, which we don't actually have in the main game now. It's been like a month and they haven't come back. But we have jobs, we have the shop, which you can actually purchase cash. And the customization. Now this is where it gets kind of cool, because this is when they didn't have like engine upgrades. All they had was colors. So you could do like colors, and this is all they had to choose from. You had to spec your car out like with these colors here. So it's kind of interesting. I think I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, I don't want it pink. But if we go ahead and look at the map here, this car actually sounds good. Anyway, we've got a tunnel that leads to nowhere. We've got like 2 of those in the main game now. But a lot of this map is kind of just empty. Like, there's just trees everywhere. Now, if you know in the actual Driving Empire, like the main Driving Empire game, there's a lot of open space near towards Lightning Loop. And this is kind of like that. We've got a big car parking space over here for, I mean, no reason really. Like, I don't think you'd ever fill this spot up anyway. Like, even if you got a full server, it's just not going to get full up. And then in here, I think, if I remember correctly, some people did some like car meets in here or whatever, because like it was the lighting is good in here. I can't move backwards. And if we go in front of us, here is the criminal spawn. Obviously, when Driving Empire made into Driving Empire, there wasn't a criminal place, but back then you had to have like a base, and this is where you spawn that. So you go to jobs, you go criminals, and you don't actually have any guns. You have to click this guy. So what you do is you just go up to him, and I think over here is the most like iconic place that people remember. So if we go straight across all these buildings, we go, I think we still have some of these buildings. We go down here. This is probably the most iconic like thing for old players. We go all the way down here, and we have the drag race, the only race in Driving Empire, or WAYFORT at the time, sorry. And this race actually works. Can't really do anything though, because I've only got myself in this game, so I can't actually race. But it was a fully functioning race, and it's actually cool that Old Giant Empire in literally 2019, they had a race that was working and whatever. Obviously, there was Vehicle Simulator at the time, but this was totally different. You've got like the little city area, which we was gonna go through, but got some houses that I don't think are in game anymore, and I think you could have gone through them. Yeah, you could go like park your car here. I get in my car. You could like roleplay or whatever. Dude, these houses are not that bad in detail at all. Open space here. Okay, they're lovely detail. But for being a really old game, it's actually not that bad at all. If we go ahead and go back in here, there's a little bridge over here. Now, when I was playing this earlier to test, I'm pretty sure it's not actually working. Yeah. There is an area over here. As you can see, there's like a bridge that goes over there, and there's a bridge here. Seeing as this game is like been imported and it's been taken, they didn't load up all the map clearly, so they haven't actually imported all of it. But they did get a lot of it. Like if we go over here, they've gotten this, which I think this was going to be like another housing area. If I'm not wrong, I could be wrong, but yeah, they've got like. It would have gone somewhere, but you know. Go down here, we're back at basically kind of spawn area. Honestly, there's not really much to look at. I do know that there's a long highway. If we go over here, oh, I missed it. We'll go over here. So if we turn left here or turn right, whatever you want to do, there is the long highway. Now it's not nearly as long as the highway in our Driving Empire now, but for WAYFORT and like how old this game was, got this little bridge that makes no sense in like now, because I don't know why you put a bridge there, but anyway, this is the highway that goes on for a little bit. But other than that, it's kind of just it really. But I mean, it's kind of cool to really see how far Driving Empire has like come with making games and like making cars. I mean, this model's not too bad for interiors, but we've got way better interiors now. I mean, back then in 2019, this was like peak of car games. There's so many cars in the dealership. The map is, I mean, semi-big for the time, I guess. And, I mean, it's got really all you needed back then. Obviously now, if this map was actually like a map, people would not like it at all, because it's very, very empty, like I said. But now we've got maps which are way bigger, and Driving Empire is even working on a new map. So, we've got that to look forward to soon. I think in like later this year. But like I said, it's just kind of cool to see how far the game has come with like, you know, making the game better, I guess. Like, I mean, I think back then they did use a couple free models. But like, that's kind of expected. I think every game has used free models, like car game, popular ones. Unless they're just that good. But yeah, I'll leave this game in the comments. It's really cool to see how far Driving Empire has come with making games. And I'm not going to repeat myself for the 20th time. But it's good, and I hope they keep the good updates like going. Yeah, like I said, I'll leave this game in the comments, and have a good day.